Tanzania's savanna withers under a brutal drought. Rivers reduced to cracked earth. Vegetation gone, animals starve. The Ruha River, the last lifeline, draws desperate buffalo, impala, and giraffes to drink. Lions, led by One Eye's pride, stalk the shadows, turning the river into a battleground where survival hangs on a single misstep. The drought tests their strength, and hunger never relents. Join us to explore this raw struggle for life, where nature's fierceness unfolds. One Eye is 12 years old, the pride's best hunter. Her courage keeps them alive. Her scarred eye shows years of battles won. The pride includes males, females, and cubs, a large family to feed. Every day they need meat to survive. One Eye leads the hunts with unmatched skill. Without her, the pride would starve. The cubs, now 4 months old, can't rely on milk alone. They need meat to grow strong. The pride's bond is their foundation. They groom each other, share pain, and stay united. One Eye carries the weight of their survival, her strength inspiring respect. The drought makes her role harder, with food and water scarce. The savanna's harsh conditions test them daily. Yet, the pride's unity shines through. Females support each other, comforting the wounded. Males protect the group. The cubs, playful but vulnerable, depend on One Eye's leadership. Her resolve never wavers, even as hunger looms. The pride's trust in her is absolute. They move as one, each member vital to the whole. This family's closeness brings warmth, a stark contrast to the brutal environment. One-Eye's determination and the pride's loyalty inspire admiration. They face the drought together, sharing every challenge. The cub's survival rests on her success. Every hunt is a test, but One-Eye's strength holds them steady. The pride's bond, built on care and unity, keeps them alive. Their resilience in the face of hardship commands respect and offers hope. For 3 months, the savannah has withered under a merciless drought. The Ruaha River is the only hope, but it's a deadly trap. How long can these animals endure before the rains return? Three months of relentless drought have scorched Tanzania's savannah. Turning rivers into cracked earth and grass into brittle straw. The Ruaha River, the last lifeline, draws desperate animals from miles away. Giraffes, which once thrived on acacia dew, now risk the river's banks. Their lanky frames exposed to lurking lions. Buffalo trudge 10 miles daily, their strength sapped by the sun's unyielding blaze. Impala clusters in open clearings, trading safety for a sip of water. The riverbank is a battlefield where predators and prey collide in a tense dance of survival. Every misstep invites death. as One Eye's pride watches, poised for opportunity. The savannah's fragile balance teeters, with extinction looming for those too weak to adapt. A 1,000 buffalo roam the savannah, each weighing about 2,000 pounds, totaling 1,000 tons of meat. Thirst forces them toward the river. One Eye, a lion, notices a young calf, weak and vulnerable. The Pride, experienced hunters at this river for decades, knows the buffalo's habits and moves in, anticipating a capture. Excitement builds as the lions position themselves, hoping for a successful hunt to end their hunger. However, the buffalo have adapted over time and are no longer easy targets. The young bulls form a protective barrier around the herd, their sharp horns posing a lethal threat. The calf stays safe at the herd's center, surrounded by the massive adults. One Eye hesitates, sensing the danger. Suddenly, the bulls charge, their hooves pounding the ground. The Pride's attack fails as the buffalo stands firm, refusing to scatter. The lionesses retreat with minor wounds, their bodies stinging from the clash. They limp back to the shade, exhausted and still hungry. The failed hunt shifts the mood from hope to disappointment. As the Pride's survival grows uncertain. Hunger tightens its hold, and One Eye must now search for new prey to feed the group. The buffalo's strength highlights their resilience. But the lion's defeat underscores the harsh reality of life on the savannah. Where every hunt is a gamble, and failure brings them closer to starvation. In a drought-ravaged savannah, One-Eye's pride faces a daunting challenge. A giraffe, towering and deadly. With hunger tightening its grip, can her cunning outwit the giant's strength? Giraffes, driven by drought, descend to the Ruha River. A rare and perilous journey. Their long necks scan the horizon, but dense acacia thickets obscure the ground below. One-Eye, seizing the moment, signals her pride to advance. The lionesses through the underbrush, using the wind to mask their scent. A male giraffe weighing 4,000 pounds sips cautiously, unaware of the trap closing in. Each kick from its massive legs could crush a lion, but One-Eye's strategy is precise. She targets its blind spot. The pride's cubs, weak from hunger, watch from afar, their survival hinging on this hunt. Tension mounts as One-Eye inches closer, her single eye locked on the target. The giraffes sense unease but can't pinpoint the danger. The savannah holds its breath, awaiting the strike. In the vast savannah, wild animals navigate a harsh world of survival. One-Eye, the seasoned lioness, leads her pride with precision. She uses the terrain to her advantage, guiding the group along eroded riverbanks to conceal their approach. The pride fans out, each member taking a calculated position. The cubs trail behind, eager but inexperienced. Learning to hunt under One-Eye's watchful gaze. Their target is a giraffe, a formidable prey. Giraffes stand tall, their height granting them a wide view of the landscape. Their powerful kicks can incapacitate a lion with a single blow. For the pride to succeed, every move must be flawless. The cubs' lack of experience becomes evident as they struggle to stay silent. Their small growls, though faint, echo in the quiet air. The giraffe's ears twitch and it bolts, its long legs carrying it to safety. The pride's carefully planned ambush collapses. Exhausted, the lions slump to the ground, panting heavily. It's been a week since their last meal, and hunger gnaws at them. The cubs, still growing, feel the strain most acutely. One Eye's eyes gleam with resolve, but the weight of failure presses on her. The cubs' mistake has cost the pride dearly, highlighting their inexperience and the steep learning curve they face. The hunt began with hope, the pride brimming with confidence. The scene is a surge of excitement, captivated by the wild animals' raw power and teamwork. The cubs' clumsy efforts were endearing, a sign of their potential. Yet, as the giraffe escaped, hope gave way to crushing disappointment. The cubs' error not only cost a meal, but also wounded the pride's spirit. Their journey to master hunting is far from over, and each failure shapes their future. Hunger is a brutal teacher, but it forges resilience. One Eye rises, scanning the horizon. She knows the cubs are not ready, but their mistakes are part of the process. With time, they will learn, and the pride will thrive again. For now, they must endure, driven by the promise of tomorrow's hunt. The sun beats down on the savannah, pushing temperatures to 120 degrees. Wild animals across the landscape struggle to survive. Flies swarm relentlessly, tormenting the pride of lions. Dehydration looms as a constant threat, even for the strongest members. Elephants trudge towards sparse tree cover, their massive bodies seeking relief in the shade. Hippos, usually found in water, huddle under overhanging branches near drying riverbeds. The entire bush ecosystem suffers under the brutal heat. Every creature faces the same environmental hardship. From the smallest antelope to the largest herbivores. The savannah feels like a furnace, where heat stroke can strike swiftly, even for lions adapted to this climate. The pride's bond keeps them united. They stay close, comforting a wounded member with gentle nudges. Each lion shares the group's collective pain. Their survival tied to mutual support. One Eye, the leader, remains vigilant. Her eyes scanning for danger or opportunity. The drought makes every movement exhausting, draining their energy reserves. Food is scarce and water is even harder to find. The pride's strength lies in their patience and teamwork. As they endure the oppressive conditions together. The physical and mental strain weighing on pride. The elephants and hippos, normally resilient, retreating to shade underscores the shared struggle across the savannah. The exhaustion permeating every wild animal, yet the pride's unity offers a spark of hope. Their mutual support, seen in the way they protect and care for each other, lifts the spirits of those watching. Despite the grueling conditions, the lion's resilience and camaraderie shine through. Fostering a belief that they can outlast the drought. Survival demands endurance, and the pride's unwavering bond fuels their determination to press on, waiting for the rains to return. One Eye's pride seizes a fleeting victory over a hippo. But scavengers lurk, ready to steal their prize. With food scarce and hyenas closing in, will the pride find a lasting solution? Hunger gnaws at One Eye's pride after 10 days with little food. In the shrinking shallows of Ruaha, a lone hippo, exiled by rival males, wallows sluggishly. On land, its bulk slows it down, making it a rare target. One Eye rallies her pride for a desperate charge. The lioness swarm, dodging the hippo's snapping jaws. With coordinated strikes, they bring it down. Its massive carcass promising relief. But the meat, buried under rancid fat, is tough and barely sustains the pride. As they eat, hyenas emerge from the dusk, their cackles piercing the air. A dozen circle the kill, testing the pride's resolve. One Eye roars and the males join her, driving the scavengers back, but not for long. The cubs huddle close, their frail bodies trembling. This meal buys time, but it's not enough. One Eye gazes toward the distant hills, where giraffes roam. Knowing the pride must risk everything to survive. One Eye's pride faced a dire situation along the Ruaha River. once abundant prey had vanished, leaving the riverbanks empty. Rival prides had taken over nearby hunting grounds, forcing One Eye to make a tough decision. The cubs, weak and thin from hunger, could not survive another failed hunt. Staying at the river meant certain starvation. But leaving risked losing their territory to rivals, which would be catastrophic. One Eye, a seasoned lioness with a scarred eye, stood on a rocky outcrop, looking toward the distant hills where giraffes were known to graze. Those hills offered a slim chance of survival, but the journey would be dangerous. With no other option, One Eye led her pride away from the Ruaha. The group, consisting of adults and cubs, began the long trek across the savannah. The cubs struggled, their small bodies exhausted and their paws sore from the rough ground. The adults, also weakened by hunger, moved forward with determination. The savannah stretched out endlessly, with dry grass and scattered acacia trees offering little shade or cover. The pride traveled for hours, covering miles of harsh terrain. They faced threats like hyenas trailing them. Waiting for weakness and the constant risk of dehydration under the scorching sun. The hills grew closer, but the journey tested the pride's strength and unity. One Eye kept her focus on the destination. Knowing the giraffes there could provide enough food to save her pride. However, the uncertainty of what lay ahead, whether salvation or failure, hung over every step they took. The pride of lions, a group of wild animals, abandons the Ruaha River. Their vital lifeline to journey miles away toward giraffe country. This decision carries immense risk. Other prides could seize their territory while they're gone. And losing the Ruaha would mean certain extinction for the group. The cubs, frail and struggling, can barely keep pace. The adult lions, exhausted from days of scarce food, move forward with heavy step. One Eye, the pride's resolute leader, presses on without pause. Driven by the urgent need to find prey, giraffes, grazing on the distant hills, represent their last hope for survival. The unfamiliar terrain offers no landmarks to guide them. Each step feels like a gamble, with danger lurking in the unknown. Giraffes, another group of wild animals, inhabit these hills, feeding on the sparse acacia trees scattered across the landscape. The pride's arrival threatens the giraffes' fragile hold on their territory, as the lions' hunt could disrupt their grazing grounds. The giraffes face the risk of losing their hilltop domain if the lions linger too long. Forcing them to compete for dwindling resources in an already harsh environment. The pride's departure from the Ruaha leaves their river territory vulnerable. Rival prides, always watching, could sweep in to claim the fertile hunting grounds along the riverbank. Without the Ruaha's abundant prey and water, the pride would face starvation and collapse. This threat weighs heavily on the group, amplifying their anxiety as they trek deeper into foreign land. The cubs stumble, their small bodies weakened by hunger. The adults, though tired, Stay vigilant, scanning the horizon for both prey and potential enemies. One Eye leads with unwavering determination, carrying the hope of the entire pride. Her single piercing eye never wavers from the path ahead. Even as doubt creeps into the minds of the others. She knows the giraffes are their only chance to feed and regain strength. Her resolve inspires the pride to keep moving, despite their exhaustion and fear. Yet, they also feel a gnawing worry about the pride's future. The risk of losing their territory looms large, and the cub's frailty adds to the tension. Every moment away from the Ruaha heightens the stakes. In the savannah, One Eye's pride moves as a unit, each lion contributing to the hunt. They target a giraffe to feed their starving cubs. In the rugged hills, a male and female giraffe graze, unaware of the danger below. One Eye, the pride's leader, directs the strategy with precision. She signals Nia, a young lioness, to move left, guiding her in stealth. Kibu, the pride's large male, positions himself at the rear to block any escape. The cubs, too weak to participate, watch from a ridge, their eyes fixed on the scene. The lionesses spread out, guiding the male giraffe toward a narrow gully. The giraffe senses the threat but reacts too late. One Eye crouches low, her muscles tense, while Nia copies her stance. The pride's survival depends on this hunt. Failure will leave the cubs hungry, while success could ensure their survival. The savannah grows quiet, heightening the tension. One Eye prepares to leap, with the pride working together behind her. The lionesses maintain their positions, closing in steadily. The giraffe's long legs stumble in the gully, giving the pride an advantage. One Eye's focus remains sharp as she times her attack, knowing the cubs' lives depend on the outcome. The pride's unity drives their effort, each member playing a critical role in the hunt. The lion pride charges with precision. His force brings down the giraffe, a massive 2-ton target. The pride's hunger ends for now. This rare victory in the Wild Animal documentary showcases nature's raw power. The cubs feed first, tearing into the giraffe's soft cheeks, easy for their small jaws. The female giraffe stands at a distance, watching her fallen companion, unable to act. The savannah operates on a brutal balance. It gives life and takes it away. This single victory sustains the pride, but it comes at a cost to others. The pride guards their prize fiercely. Scavengers, including vultures and hyenas, gather nearby, drawn by the scent of blood. They wait patiently for their turn, knowing the lions will leave scraps. These scavengers play a vital role, cleaning the ecosystem and maintaining its balance. A herd of buffalo pauses, sniffing the air. Sensing no threat to themselves, they move on, their hooves stirring dust across the plain. The pride's success brings relief and excitement. Their survival secured for days. The cubs, now full, play together, unaware of the stakes. Yet the sight of the female giraffe lingering stirs sadness. Her quiet grief highlights the savannah's harsh cycle. Life thrives through loss. Every hunt ripples through the ecosystem, feeding some while others mourn. The savanna's balance is unforgiving, yet it endures. The pride rests, their hunger satisfied, as scavengers close in, ready to claim their share. Life continues, shaped by this relentless give and take. The pride walks back to their territory in Ruaha National Park. Their stronghold in the Wild Animal documentary. They have been away too long after the giraffe prey, leaving their land vulnerable. Other prides roam nearby, ready to challenge One Eye's control. Losing the river, the heart of their territory, could destroy the pride, as it provides water and prey. The group moves steadily, their paws crunching on dry grass. The cubs, now stronger from the recent feast, keep pace with the adults. The pride remains united, with no losses from the hunt. One Eye, the lead lion, reaches the riverbank and scans the area for signs of intruders. Her eyes sweep across the water and surrounding bushes. No rival scents linger in the air. Her reign over this territory holds for now, but the threat of other prides remain. The pride settles along the river, a vital resource in the savanna. The cubs drink, their small bodies leaning into the water. The adults rest, their tan fur blending with the dry landscape. This return brings a sense of pride and relief. The group's strength and unity are clear, a testament to One Eye's leadership. Yet tension lingers. The possibility of territorial disputes looms, as rival prides could strike at any moment. The river is more than a resource, It's the pride's lifeline. Losing it would mean starvation or displacement. For now, the pride is secure, their bond tight. One eye stands watchful, her presence a warning to rivals. The savannah is quiet, but the struggle for control never truly ends. Through drought and danger, One Eye's pride stands tall. As the sun sets on Roaha, their story of survival inspires. She uses the terrain to her advantage, guiding the group along eroded riverbanks to conceal their approach. The pride fans out, each member taking a calculated position. The cubs trail behind, eager but inexperienced. Learning to hunt under One Eye's watchful gaze. Their target is a giraffe, a formidable prey. Giraffes stand tall, their height granting them a wide view of the landscape.